Okay. Yes, no.
Start to play.
Alright. We're going to play 3 4s like originally planned. Uh, Again, this is actually going to be perfect. So don't worry about things like this. It's fine. So they're just saying they don't want me to have any territory. We'll play with that. We'll play with that because we're for sure going to get something. Um, they resigned anyway. Okay. But what I was going to do is I was going to honey and fight it, or you could just simply extend. Doesn't matter either way. Does not matter. Is Josh streaming though? He might be. It's about that time, I think.
Start to play.
Because there's a 3 hour difference. He usually starts at noon on Saturdays, right? Oh, I can't check on my phone. He usually does, right? I mean, again, it doesn't matter, but it's just good for me to know, keep track of. Again, 2 3 4, 2 3 4. Okay, okay, okay. Twitch is being slow. Very slow. Oh, he's not streaming yet? Huh. Interesting. All right. So 3 4. We can approach it. We can approach this way. For this, we're gonna just be simple. Well, I guess they're both simple. Approaching this way to build over here, playing over here for no. We're gonna play. We're gonna play an asking move. I want to know how they. Okay, so they want to play that way. Um, no, I'm not. I need to not. I need to be conservative. I need to play like a Kyu. Play like a Kyu. So we're gonna take the corner. We're just gonna make a base for ourselves and live. If we back off, they'll have the corner, and that would have been really bad for us. Don't let them turn at the head of 2 stones. Always, always bad. Well, not always, always, but it's bad. So this group's alive, and I do not need to worry about it whatsoever. This enclosure is nice for white. There's nothing really bad about it. But there is the potential that white had to approach this stone and then extend out and do something to help these stones on the side. But I mean, there's big moves like playing on the right side that I could do, but I again kind of want to encourage removing extensions. Although I guess this extension would be pretty bad too. Let's focus on that instead. Let's focus on that. So we don't want white to extend out this way. So we're just going to take away as simple. White can still extend. White can still extend. White extends this way though, which is fine. It's fine. Because we played territorial down here and we have some territory here, we're gonna stick to territory. Could pincer, but I want to emphasize the idea of. Okay, okay. I want to again emphasize the idea of sticking to one idea, influential or territorial. And this one is going for influence. This white player. which is totally fine. It's how they play. I can't do anything about that. And it's not bad either. They can play however they want. Because this is a game of sharing. And it's rude to not share, and it's rude to kill. It's very rude. But again, they can have their influence. It's fine by me. It is a-okay. Ooh, okay. Never do this. It's a Kyute thing, trying to be fancy, trying to find the fancy moves, but if I play this Atari, they connect, I connect, I no longer have cuts to worry about, and I've cut through White's influence. But I'm not gonna do that. Although this technically does the same thing. It's just a little more riskier. So I'll just Atari this way. Again, just being a territorial player, just taking territory for myself. They can have the influence. Yeah, they can have the influence. Because the push up does work. Because I've got liberties, nothing to worry about with that. So pushing up in this situation would be better. But I'm trying to think Kyute, as well as keep to a single idea. So I'm gonna go about it this way. Okay, but I that's a heavy no for me. I mean, it is strong. It is strong. No, never mind. No, it's fine. Ignore all of my doubts that I had there. It's fine. It's just my thing was that, I mean, I can just play this way, and I can play down here to reduce that potential, but it's fine. All we're going to do is we're going to continue taking territory for ourselves. Because we are playing territorial in this game. They're going to play like that. We're going to... we are going to threaten... We're going to reduce this. See if we can build ourselves up. Or take their corner. Either way. Either way. So we could take the corner. We could very well take the corner. Because they're giving it to us. And what's gifts among friends? So let's take it. This is Joseki 2. Although it's been a really long time since I've ever done this variation, so I apologize if I do this wrong. But cut is quite obvious because okay, well, this is turning out pretty well for me. So all I'm trying to do at this point is just live in the corner. And I'm not too heavily worried about it either because I have these stones that I can bring out and white will have two weak groups. And now they're just trying to kill me. But what if I told you they can't? We'll first play this Atari. And then this extension. Thank you for the follow, Logic. I will Hane. There is the cut that I do have to worry about. But what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of overplay. Just a little bit. Because, again, I don't want to just straight up win. I want to be able to give lessons. Be able to help people to play. You are welcome. Happy to help. Because otherwise I would just, if I didn't do this right now, I would probably just be playing Dawn games. Like Fox 5 Dawn or something. I want to be able to do a little bit more for teaching people. So we can fight this out if we wanted to. White has 4 liberties. Hello. How was I able to change my Twitch name? It's in settings. So white, I can, yeah, it's on Twitch. Uh, I can show afterwards. So white has 4 liberties. So let's try to read this out. Can we get more than 4 liberties? One, Atari. If they Hane, oh, okay. If I get these 2 moves in, right there, I have 4 liberties. If they extend, I can come straight to this and I'll live. If I play this way, due to they Hane, I Atari. I can't Atari. Because if I Atari, then I have that I'll be short of liberties. But you know what? I'm going to give myself a handicap and I'll let them win this. Because I don't want to just straight up win. I want to teach. And killing is rude, so they're being rude. um let's see. How do we want to go about this then? Do we want to just go with this? No, we can make Seki. Yeah, we'll make Seki. Make the best with what you have. So we can make Seki Gote for us. So then they can take this stone and live. And then we could just play elsewhere. Now, white does have a lot, like a lot of. Thank you, phone. Has a lot of influence, but you don't need to be scared about it. Why? Because we have this Atari still. We are able to go in through here. This stone we can pincer because this corner's nice and strong. Don't have to worry about that at all. And we've got these 2 high stones, which is why we have the high stones, because even though we're playing territorial, we can still play high. Okay, this is fine. So we'll go ahead and play this way. Still just aiming for Seki if we can. But if they're just going to connect, that's fine. We didn't die. Neither side was rude. So we're going to go. Okay. What is going on here? I have like way too many messages. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that cut, so I'll just simply extend, and now all of a sudden I'm just connected to my group. So it all just comes down to reading, and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it won't work. We'll do table shape. Now this isn't necessarily a Kyute position. Well, it is. It's a single digit Kyute, but it's also Sente. But the attaching of the head of 2 stones, I find this to be more common than I used to think. So don't be scared of doing this. It just straight up protects all cutting points. So just with this table shape attachment, go with it. And it's Sente. Sente is always nice when you want to fix your shape. But again, I'm not worried about this corner. I'll be able to live just fine. Is what I would like to think. But it could be Ko. So I might have to come back to it. But at the same time, if white doesn't do anything about it, I don't have to worry about it. But I should be fine. I honestly should just be fine. With the amount of space, just out of experience, with the shape that there currently is, I should be fine. Even if it's a Ko result, I'll be fine. And over time, eventually you'll be able to work with that as well. Just continue with your life and death and you'll be good to go. So white white doesn't have to respond to this if they don't want to. But if they do, it's totally reasonable because it is 2 stones and I'd have a lot more thickness in the center. And white, I don't think would want that. So, all our groups are connected. All of them are safe. All of them are fine. We are happy friends because they're alive. I'm alive. It's a glorious day for now. So, we'll go with these 2 stones. I mean, that stone, there's nothing we can do. This group is fine, this group is fine, and this group is fine. And this group is fine. So it's just these 2 stones. We don't want them to be pincered or attacked. So now the decision is, do we want to play high or do we want to play low? It honestly won't matter at this point. But if you play low, you could be pushed down and they get thickness. And for that reason alone, I'm going to just play high. Because playing high reduces the opportunity for your opponent to push you down. Now, white, yes, could and can go straight underneath me and play something like E9 or something in that area. But it's not anything to worry about. That's fine. White can crawl under me. That's fine. Oh, you know what? That actually would have been simple too, because white wasn't alive. But again, we're friends. We don't need to kill. No need to kill. But it's also another lesson that we're always going to miss something. Even me, I could have potentially captured that group. I could have. But I didn't look at it. I overlooked it. We all overlook something, so just don't put yourself down about it. Even as a Dom player, mistakes happen. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that I made that mistake. I mean, of course, it'll matter in the future. But I see it. I recognize it. I process it. I do my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. Everything, again, takes time. And it's still capturable if I play this Hane. Or at least they'll live even smaller. So there's still potential. Still potential. Nice cold water. Okay. Let's see. With this, I can make eyes. And it's as simple as that. I'm not going to try being any fancy with this Hane here or anything. I'm just going to straight up be alive. Because being alive is good. And again, it could maybe come to Ko in here. But the likelihood is very low.
Yomi now starts.
Especially with that move. I will... Let's see, if I play this way... I mean, they still have to protect, so I will go ahead and do this. I'm not going to think about it. So this could be Seki. The corner could be Seki. But... Actually, I'm just dead if I don't respond there, so never mind. So, life and death. Life and death. That's Ko. But yeah, if I play Q19, I'm just straight up alive. But if white is dead here, then there's no need to worry about it.
8, 7, 6.
So because white, I mean, well, now I am going to be kind of a little rude, but I would say it's a Kyute thing. They didn't come back to fix their shape. And they still have to come back to it. They could take the Ko, but they're still not fully alive. So they still need another. Actually, no, they're just dead. They're just dead. Because I have this move. Or I have this move. So it's just dead. It's just dead. I keep slouching more and more and more. But then I hide my face. No one wants someone who hides. So, white ignored their group. I mean, it happens. It'll happen. I mean, I even have done it a few times where I play away thinking it'll be fine, but a completely different situation, of course. But it happens. Don't put yourself down about it. Just use that as a learning experience and move forward. And the easiest answer to fix that is instead of playing this move here, just protect. That's all there's to it. Here at this point, let's say white was alive on the bottom. I've got all four corners. So because I've got my territory,
8, 7, 6.
I can play above. Because now that I have my territory, I want to push down on white's potential territory and reduce their influence. Or get a lot of potential points on the side. So here, crosscut is fair. But
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
we'll just extend. We'll just take our territory on the side. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room to try some things out. Even if it doesn't work, it's okay. Because as long as you try your best, that's all that matters. And then to learn from it. All they're thinking about are these two stones. That's really small. Because if white built up this side here, it would be even harder. It would just continue to get harder for me to live in this area that white has. But because white didn't do that, we're going to go ahead and just take away that influence. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. White's going to have at most 2 liberties. This stone can have 2 liberties at all times. And white didn't play the Q8. So I don't have to worry about that turn either. So it's just a matter of working with your stones. And a lot of Q players, I feel like, don't do that. They think one thing and they go straight for it without considering anything else. Or I've done this thing too. I'm guilty of this. Where you feel prideful about something and you think, oh, that won't work. Or, oh, that's too small. This thing is bigger. This thing's more important. Or shiny. And you want to go for that shiny. It's all an illusion. It's all delusional. Where it just won't work. And then after that, you feel, oh, that didn't work. I suck. And I'm saying this out of experience. So don't be prideful. Be humble and work with your mistakes. And also take the time to read. I mean, there's 30 seconds Byo-Yomi. And 30 seconds Byo-Yomi is plenty of time to think. You can spend 20 minutes thinking about a situation and then 5 seconds to make a final decision. Or 5 seconds to think about what you want and then 20 seconds to figure out where you want to move next. It's all hunky-dory. So that's small. We're going to go ahead and, well, not small, but we're going to go ahead and do a simple shoulder hit. If you don't know what to do, shoulder hit. Especially against a singular stone like that. They can crawl along the bottom. That's fine. It's third line territory, meaning they'll get maybe 8 points. Maybe 10 points. But that's it. And then I'm getting even more influence in the center. Now, white could try to fight this, but because I'm already thick in the center, it's going to mean nothing. There we go. So this is all white can do. The push through wouldn't work. Now you could fight instead of just pushing your opponent down like this. But, and this is another thing too that most Kyus may or may not do, is that, oh, it's a bad move, I shouldn't do it. Oh, it's a bad shape, I shouldn't do it. But in reality, and this is a bad move too, they can just drop down here. Let's say if they do it though. But because there are some moves where the result is exactly what you need. It may be bad, seemingly bad. They ruined their opportunity there. But there could be something there. Like maybe I could have pincered this white stone and chased it off and attacked this group on the side. But in reality, I mean, I'm extremely thick in the center now, and
9,
that just
8,
goes to show that there's
7.
nothing else white can do to develop. White has no more profit because I have that thickness. So there's nothing to worry about now. If I had done the pincer, I may have worried about trying to figure out how to keep white from living, make sure my group is alive, if I had pincered. So, yeah, at this point,
9,
I can just play whatever simple, basic shapes I want, and I'll be fine. White won't be able to build up much of anything. And if F2 is a shape thing, because if they had done F2 and I tried playing here, they can play here, and I won't be able to cut them.
9,
And if I don't want them to go into my corner, I'd have to
6,
drop down.
5.
So it could have been a potential Sente move for them. Or good Yosei for them later on. Either Yosei or Sente. So that's for you to think about, Kyute players. That drop down. It's much stronger than connecting here. That is one instance where you can connect in a fancy little way. Oh, come on. Of course I make some weird face as the camera stops. But why did it stop is the question. Here, we will again make table shape. Don't just extend out and try doing some fancy thing. I mean, you could if you want to do the double Atari, but the double Atari, they could extend out, you take, and then they take the influence. But we're just going to go ahead and make table shape because it's a nice, simple, strong shape. And it restricts them from preventing us from getting into the center. I mean, technically right now, that doesn't matter because right now the center's worthless now for white, and there's not really anything I could do either. Well, again, I said I was going to be conservative, but I'm just going to show what kind of weaknesses they're leaving for themselves. I can clamp here, so I will clamp. This is, if you don't know this, that's okay too. Not only, I mean, at this point, I've shown what I've wanted about the direction or going about showing what results were potentially good or potentially bad, and what to kind of look for and what to punish, when to punish. And now I'm just kind of showing a few extra moves here and there, like the clamp, if you don't already know it. If you already know it, grand. Oh, you know what? And this I guess this Hane is okay-ish, because they're keeping good shape. They have the tiger's mouth, but yeah. Hello, Roast. Welcome to the real best channel. No, hello. So yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of getting to the end game, because at this point, yeah, I know my face is frozen. I'm trying to find a moment to get to it. But isn't that a beautiful face to stop at, though? I mean, my lips are all puckered up in a weird expression. I'm looking at you. Isn't it grand? Isn't it grand? And if you notice, I'm not really thinking about anything I'm doing. All I'm doing is connecting my stones. Because that's all I need to do. Just keep everything connected, make sure nothing dies, and all's hunky-dory. I can go for that, I can go for that. Let's go for this. Mainly because I can get a little bit more territory in the center if I wanted to. Unless they extend out here, or they do that. Good job. Okay, I can, yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. It's the perfect image. I mean, the camera's still on. Let's off and on. We'll go on the outside, and we'll just get territory in the center. Really basic. Just trying to get some more stones into this area where I am strongest at this point. Just trying to get what little more territory I can get. Am I trying to kill anything? No. Hello, are you new to the game? Or have you played and you just not quite sure what I'm saying? No, so okay. There's there's no such thing as really bad. All there is learning. But that's why I'm trying to do different things. Like for example, I'm trying to upload more videos, more and do more streams, more directed towards lower rankers, lower ranks. Because I want to, I mean, if I just play Dawn games all the time, then what benefit is that going to be for you who want to learn? There's going to be little to no reason to go about it that way. So that's why hopefully you'll be able to learn as I continue with these games. Now, I will, this stream after editing it will be put on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah. Again, I'm not worried about that. The lack of feedback. Okay. Little story. I was actually just like wait a second. Why is my hold on. Is my camera truly dead now? Like, is the battery truly dead? No, it's still got freaking full battery. um, I also didn't have anyone to really get feedback from, not even from my opponents. So I completely understand where you're coming from with that. And I am willing to help with that. I mean, I do prefer being paid to teach, but when it comes to newer players, I don't ask for money to teach.
9, 8.
There we go.
7,
now you can see my face
6,
again.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, I'm just gonna play that. So, oh well, cool. I guess what I'm trying to get to is that that's a nice move. I am going to also, I'm just starting with single digit Kyute to see how it goes. Because again, most things that I have been doing and have done have been all about Dawn games. So what I want to do is I want to be able to do single digit Kyute things and double digit Kyute things. Double digit Kyute will probably be a little harder to do because I feel like there aren't as many double digit Kyutes around. But I'm still going to make an attempt to do that.
9. 8,
Oh yeah, there's always something to learn.
6,
Always something
5,
to learn, for sure.
4,
So, and that's why I'm doing this. I want to be able to help people. Well, yes, that would have worked, but I feel like this is bigger. But let's see. Every teacher, furry fox. Ha 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 ha. Yes, sure. I said your opening is fine. Do more Tsumego. That is one thing. Yes, yeah. Tsumego. I mean, roast is roasts their opponents. Uh, this is interesting. It doesn't work, but we'll roll with that. Um. Oh, you're one Don. Nice. Cool. 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 Um. And I'm five Don, but that wasn't meant to boast. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I apologize for that. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Um. But yeah, just life and death problems and reading. Those have been my main things that I've been told as I was going up the ranks from when I started. So, I mean, that koala one done? Done koala done? Hmm. I feel like that rings a bell, but I'm not too entirely sure. But just playing games, life and death problems, and um and reading, practicing reading. Those, as I went up when I first started, with the very little feedback that I did get, those were the main three things that I always got. And then a few little tricks and things here and there to kind of help me along. As a fellow person named Austin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, Hikaru no Go is the best. I kind of want to watch it again. I'm just so busy. I have no time to watch it or read it anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and just Atari this way. Nice and simple. I'm not gonna fret about Ataring the other way being cut. Oh, just read? Okay. I mean, I've read it too. I've read it like 3 or 4 times. I've watched it 4 or 5 times. But yeah, I have the full entire Hikaru no Go series.
9, 8,
So
7, 6, 5, 4.
oh, my
3.
nose. Oh, where'd they play? Okay, they played that one. So, yeah. I am happy to help, and I hope that the new me, the new everything will be of more help to more players. Especially since I'm going to try focusing more on Kyute games, not just Don games. I will kind of go into, well, I will note a little bit of what I'm going to be doing. So I am bringing back Bach. I am bringing back the Dawn Hood series that I had done in the past and doing it slightly differently, but I'm bringing it back, and that will be all of my Dawn stuff. That's everything Dawn related is going to be that. I am also doing simple things. Oh, and I'm not gonna be doing and the Dawn Hood, that's gonna be YouTube videos only. That is going to be strictly after I get my go back, after I play more games, because I haven't been playing very many games lately. So before I get going on videos with Dawn Hood, I'm gonna play a few more games. Oh yeah, 9x9. If you can play it, play it. That is Gote, because the reason is because by playing 9x9, you learn more life and death than you would in a 19x19 when you're lower ranked. Not only that, a little bit of direction, and for lower ranks, for sure, 100% for any Kyute player, strongly would recommend, for sure, the 9x9. for sure. Dude, I'm not missing anything, right? I mean, if I lost the game, I lost the game. Nope, it's back. Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay. Ah, that scared me. All right. What did I say? I don't remember. I don't remember what I said. What did I say? I don't remember. Oh, I have the square thing on my face again. Get off. Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah. I apologize. I don't remember what I was saying. I got I got too frantic when I all of a sudden disconnected. So, yeah. But I do apologize about disconnecting. That is kind of sucky. I'm just gonna connect this co. Just try to get this game done as soon as possible. But yeah, I feel like there was something else. I know I was saying something, but I don't remember what it was.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Oh, hey, Cold Iron.
4,
Didn't
3,
realize you were
2.
around. I was the origin of the. That's not what I was talking about. No. I have to keep my eye on you, Cold Iron. Um. Oh, you just logged in. Okay. That co is meaningless because I'm just straight up alive. What was I talking about though? Now you could either play this or you can just honey underneath. Doesn't matter either way. Do I know any resources for learning how to protect territory? Notice very often I play a game, I make a surrounded game, one or two sides the edges of the board, then the opponent loses in a random stone behind my lines. Oh, tosses in a random stone behind my lines and manages to steal some
9,
of the territory.
8,
So it
7.
does depend on a few things. It depends on how much room is open in the territory that you've built. Well, in the framework that you have built. It depends on the shape moves that both you and your opponent make. It depends on how many cutting points you have or shapes.
9, 8,
But there isn't
7,
necessarily
6,
a
5.
single answer to answer that. There's far too many things to focus on and do for that. Um, the best thing, in my opinion, to start off with to fix that and better yourself with that would be to look into shape and fighting. No, shape and life,
9,
just
8,
life and death. It all comes
7,
back to life and
6.
death, but shape is a little more into it than usual for when it comes to life and death. So that would be my recommendation, to continue looking uh, into the shapes and fighting in life and death. Lost half the viewers because of that disconnection. Oh well. All that matters is that I'm able to help people.
9.
And this will be put up on YouTube anyway. Like if white played R2 right now? What's R2? R. Oh. There is you. True. I did gain you. Yeah. True. True. Uh, so with R2, so you're telling me that when in your games when someone plays R2, they usually live in there? I win by like 91.5 points. There we go. So for example, let's say they do play there. So white needs eyes. It all comes down to life and death. So if you continue with life and death, regarding regarding resources, it's not the best, but there is goproblems.com to kind of give you an idea. But I know that Rebony or Rebunny, however you pronounce her username, and Batsko, they both know a different website or location regarding problems of life and death. So you could ask them. I know that Dwyer and Batsko will be streaming sometime soon, if not already. Um, no, I can probably ignore. I can ignore 4 moves. I can play that. I can play that. I can play that. And I can play that. And I can still capture this white group. It all comes down to the eye space. So, it's all hopeful thinking. So, Sumego Hero. I haven't heard of that. That sounds interesting, though. Let's see. Where's the... Okay, here's the white stones. So, in order for white to live, they need 1... That's not a white stone. It won't let me play only white stones. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs 5 stones in total in order to live. Five extra moves to live. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are going to be the only 2 ways white can live in that corner. Only 2 ways. Because black is all connected up. Nothing to worry about with that. Just straight up alive. So you could technically just play away. But if you really wanted to play something in there and just make sure that's not the right thing, then you can play this attachment. Or you could even just play this. And then here, if they want to play that, you could connect here and poke out. Poke the eye shape. That could be the key thing too. Poking out eye shape, or you could even just Hane on the side. But in this kind of situation, it's going to be like 99% impossible for white. The 1% is if black ignores 5 moves. But yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully, with more life and death and with more discussion of this sort of thing. Oh yeah, but it's rude. It's rude. But yeah, yeah.